handy to have somewhere to stand and assemble everything as well. So I've got this workbench, which is a nice platform. So as you can see, the angle is the same way. So I'm cutting 4 of these legs, and they are 15 inches long at an angle of 10 degrees. And the easiest way I find to do this is to just measure one, cut one perfectly, and then just cut all the others like that. So I've got 4 of these at 15 inches, and as you can see, the angle is the same. So 4 of those, all the same length. Doesn't matter whether they're 15.5 inches or 14.5 inches, they all just need to be the same, and that will determine the height of your stand. Next, 2 straight cuts, and these with my measurements are 7 inches, and then 2 of these with angle. At the top edge here is the thinnest, so the angle coming in here, and 2 of these, and they are 8.5 inches. So I'm standing all 4 legs up on my workbench, and the 7-inch normal cuts are going to go in here, and I'm going to angle them slightly and then screw them in position, and probably nail them first and then screw them so they hold and they're nice and easy to work. And then these angled ones will go in here, and they will also be along the floor, so will help support. And then on top is my final piece. I placed in this centerpiece. What I did was held it in position. I like a little gap along the edge, so I've just mirrored that. It keeps it nice and neat. And then I've nailed it with my pinner, my nail gun, just to hold it into position, and then it holds it nice, and then I can screw it once it's held in position. And it's easy for me to redo it if it's not quite right. We'll do the same on this side. Place this in line, nice angle on it, level down the edge like so, and then I'll pin it, and then I can screw it in a little pilot hole, and then I'm using 8x2 construction screws. Okay, so my 2 pinholes here, and this is what I'm screwing into. So I'm going to put two pilot holes in. Nicely countersunk. The reason I'm using the pinner just to hold that in is because trying to screw those in without the wood being held together is quite difficult, so I just find that's the easiest way to do. 2 in there, 2 in there, and then move on to this side. So far, and then next bit is going to fit in there. So this is the only slightly tricky part of this project, is trying to secure this piece to this piece, and we're going to screw in through there. So we're basically going to have to come in at a bit of an angle. And rather than having one screw holding that together, I will just nail it in a few places. So base done. Now I'm just gonna cut a piece of wood to go along the top, and potentially put a bit of felt on just to hold the bike nicely, make it look smart, and then it's ready for painting. So a foot by a foot works nicely with the measurements that I've got. It gives me an inch overhang on all sides, make it look nice and square. And then just going to screw 4 holes into the pilot holes. So there she is. I'm now going to prime before painting. prime it in white, and then I think I'll probably paint it in black. And then bought a Sprinter the other day, and it came with this flooring which I had to take out, so I'm just going to stick this on just to give it a bit of nice finish. And decided to go with black, just use this Rust-Oleum. 2 coats. I did use a primer on the wood first, but 2 coats and just brushed it on. It's done a good enough job. And now, so this flooring came with a Sprinter van, so I figured it would be nice to protect the base of the bike, especially for a bike that hasn't got a bash guard on the bottom. I think it would be nice. So just going to cut it to size and then staple it on basically. Center stand. It was going to cost me like $50 to buy one, and I actually needed 2 because I wanted one for my trials bike. So yeah, I put 2 together. Please don't judge the state of my garage. My house burned down a few months ago, and this is the new house, and it needs some organising. So yeah, there she blows. And here's my DRZ 400, which took the brunt of a kitchen falling on it from the fire. So this is going to be a rebuild jobby, so I'll also might have to make a 3rd center stand to go on this one. But yeah, took me like an hour to make each one, waiting for coats of paint to dry. So yeah, give it a go, save yourself $50.